Why should we study psychology and human behavior? There are some reasons why one should study humans and psychology. Continue watching. Psychology helps us understand ourselves better. As we go deeper into all of the above theories, the different approaches to the personality, human development, or how culture impacts on our behavior, we are forced to look at our own lives and other people's too. Studying psychology will make us ask ourselves many questions. Questions that don't always have an answer, but ones that will help us to constantly search and discover. Next, we will learn to value scientific methods. Psychology is not magic. We are not mentalists, nor do we have a radar in our mind that allows us to capture in 5 seconds what trauma the person in front of us is suffering from, what they are afraid of, or what their strengths are. We will also almost certainly be accused by friends, relatives, or acquaintances of analyzing them. You will develop critical thinking. Much of the material, the theories, approaches, and areas that make up psychology studies help us to develop critical thinking. Whether we like it or not, it is an essential requirement if we want to be good professionals, and if we really want to be useful to people without losing our integrity and honor. Greater understanding of human relationships. Studying psychology will not convert us spontaneously into psychologically healthier, more successful or happier people, at least not the majority. Psychologists also suffer from depression and anxiety. They are not immune to failures in their emotional relationships and even have their small phobias and limitations. Having all this knowledge makes them much more aware of what is happening to them and around them. It makes them understand relational dynamics much better. You will develop a new perspective on mental illness. Studying psychology will allow you to tear down many of the myths that people believe about mental illness. You will understand, for example, the differences between what is a syndrome, a disorder, and a disease. You will realize that medication doesn't cure certain diseases, it only treats them. You will discover for yourself the complexity of making a diagnosis. There is a speciality for every passion. Not all psychologists are psychoanalysts or follow Freud's principles. Moreover, there are many more who don't follow them than those who do. Not all practice hypnosis or have clinics. You will learn to communicate much better. This is an aspect that we don't always talk about. However, something that the student of psychology discovers in their day-to-day studies is that acquiring skills in the management of emotions or by understanding body language much more together with all its nuances actually gives them a greater ability in interpersonal communication. So, if you are considering the possibility of studying psychology, we would like to encourage you to undertake this amazing adventure that hardly ever disappoints.